So remember how in Thor 1, Odin had this giant armored robot as a prison guard to watch over his treasures? Not likely. All people really remember of him, or it I suppose, is how it got one-shot by a movie one Thor. But although many people may not know, this giant mechanical robot, better known as the Destroyer, is actually much stronger than you may have initially thought, as with most MCU characters. And that's pretty sad that it's overlooked when you take into account that it's a giant 10-foot tall behemoth with virtually indestructible armor that can rotate 180 degrees, metal feet that can crush enemies, and the fact that it's literally Odin's bodyguard. However, of course the Destroyer's primary weapon is the energy beam it fires from its head, which is confirmed by more than one scan to be Odin Force energy, one of the strongest energies in the entire universe. But just how strong is this beam exactly? Well, according to this scan right here, the Destroyer's energy beam is 100,000 times more powerful than Iron Man's repulsor rays. Great, but what does that mean? Well, according to another guidebook, Iron Man's repulsors output over 10 gigajoules per second, or 1 billion joules, and this is supported by numerous other scans, so don't at me. Converting this into tons of TNT, we get an equivalent value of roughly 2.39, which would fit into roughly, in power scaling terms, large building level, meaning that Iron Man's repulsors hold the power necessary to destroy a large building in just 1 second. So multiplying the original value by 100,000, we get an answer of 1 quadrillion joules, or 23,005 tons, or 239 kilotons of TNT. In terms of power scaling, this fits comfortably into the large town level tier and is over 15 times stronger than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in World War II. Additionally, since this value only tells us how powerful this beam is per second, we can also surmise that if the Destroyer were to leave its beam running for a mere 5 seconds, it would be outputting the equivalent power of the average megaton nuke. If it were to leave its beam running for a little over a minute, it would be outputting the equivalent of the Castle Bravo bomb of 1954. And if it were to leave its beam running for about 3.5 minutes, it would be outputting the equivalent of the most powerful nuclear weapon ever detonated by humanity, the Tsar bomb, which had a blast yield of around 50 megatons. So if you're sitting there a little confused, this basically means that, although it doesn't really look like it, the Destroyer's beam can output town-busting levels of energy right on impact, and over time can sincerely become a nuclear firepower. In addition to all this nuclear firepower, it was stated by the VFX team for the first Thor film that the Destroyer's beams act like lasers. All lasers in real life move at the speed of light, so we can therefore pretty safely say that these beams are light speed. Lightspeed Thor, huh? I can already sense the hate comments. So what's to seduce from this video? Well, don't mess with the Destroyer, I think that's the obvious one. But yeah, in a nutshell, this bad boy holds the power to bare minimum destroy large towns right on impact, as well as cities and even mountains over time. Combine that with the fact that these beams are shot at light speeds and you're already dead before you even know it. These calcs would logically upscale certain characters like Thor, who obviously scales to the blast, but also Sif and the Warriors 3 to large town level plus for durability and light speed reflexes. So it's not just Thor who gains from this, because trust me, it's little things like this that all contribute to the overall scaling of the verse. But yeah, I just made this quick video not just to let you all know how much of an underrated powerhouse the Destroyer is, but also because we'll be using this info in a lot of our power scaling videos, and it's just easier to cover it all in one short video and reference to it in the main thing. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you're all enjoying the new year. We'll be posting occasionally on this backup channel, but really it's just for shorts and debunks, that sort of stuff. But yeah, please do subscribe to both channels and drop a like on this video if you want to see more. Hit that notification bell if you're feeling special, and that's all I've got for you today. Bye.